Today, the Father instructs you to listen to this word and allow it to reverberate within your own soul. Because you have been looking for encouragement and solace, I am not going to simply provide you words of comfort. Rather, I will give you a promise that is woven into the very fabric of my will. You should not be concerned about the difficulties that are in front of you, since they are nothing more than shadows cast by the rising sun of my purpose. In the same way that the sun makes its way through the darkness, my words will illuminate the way that you are destined to go. Even while it may take you through winding valleys and over rocky hills, this road will finally take you to heights that are far above anything you could have imagined. Do you remember, my child, the seed of faith that you placed within yourself? It has not withered away in the dust of uncertainty, but rather it has taken root in the fertile soil produced by your trust. In addition, I believe that the moment has come for that seed to blossom. Was it not through the rustle of leaves and the whispering of the wind that I communicated with you previously? Do you not believe that I have sketched out my ideas on the canvas of the stars? You are surrounded by my voice, which is always present and ready to be recognized. Keep your ears open, not only to hear, but also to understand. When you gain knowledge, you transform into a vessel that carries my word and a conduit of hope for those who pine for illumination. Not only are you not alone, but you should not be afraid of the weight of this obligation. You are provided with the resources that you require, which include words of encouragement, insight that is beyond your own, and a heart that is filled with compassion. You are a salve for those who are hurt and a beacon for those who are lost. Allow these gifts to flow freely from you. It is important to keep in mind that your own deliverance is connected with the deliverance and breakthrough that you proclaim for other people. Whenever you lift your voice in service, it transforms into a chorus that is joined by my own, reverberating throughout the skies and bringing about the wonders that you desire. Today, you should speak your mind openly. Please let my words to reside within you, not as empty proclamations but rather as living coals that ignite your spirit within you. As you spread these embers to other people, they will ignite into flames, illuminating not only your route but also the paths of others around you. There is no need to be afraid, for my message is not a burden but rather a melody of freedom. You cannot make the rivers of change flow against your will. Nevertheless, by opening your channels, you can become an instrument that facilitates their flow. I will lead you through each and every stage of the journey if you put your faith in my faithfulness. Therefore, take a bold and unbridled step into the calling that you have been given. Fear not to speak, for it is my voice that gives you the power to speak. Act without fear, for my hand will lead you in the right direction. Today is your day, and it is time for you to shine. Raise yourself up, and allow the world to see the incredible power of my love that is flowing through you. Do not forget, my child, that I am always here with you. You should not look for me in the faraway heavens, rather, you should look for me in the depths of your heart, where my presence is like a secret spring that is just waiting to be reached. In order to revitalize not just yourself but also the world around you, you should drink from this spring and allow its waters to flood out at you. Leave right now and be the means by which I bestow my blessing. Please make my love known by the things you do and the words you say. Allow my purpose to be accomplished via your unwavering loyalty. Additionally, be aware of the following. As you walk in obedience, the promises that I have made will be fulfilled one by one until you reach the peak of the mountain and look out at the scenery of your dreams that have been made real. The Father is saying to you today, come away with me, not to some faraway mountaintop, but into the quiet corners of your own heart where you can find peace. In the middle of the chaos and pressures of life, when you feel the pull of my presence, you should say, I must go and be with God. Instead of looking for a way out of the situation, you should seek a turning inward, a period of isolation where my voice may be heard over the clamor. I will open your mouth in that peaceful area, not with flowery speech, but with declarations of intent. I will do this. The words that you have never spoken and the truths that you have never understood will come out of your mouth. It is not something that is taken from books or professors. Rather, it is something that is born from the pool of your own divinely ordered existence. In light of the fact that I am expanding the domain of my lordship within you, I am claiming not only your spirit but every facet of your existence. In the same way that my dominion expands within you, your borders on earth will also expand. Before the beginning of time, the dreams that you carry and the desires that are whispered to your heart were already sewn into the intricate fabric of creation. I now place you in charge of those works, entrusting you with a legacy that will be etched in the annals of eternity. Although the adversary may appear to be a formidable foe, you should be aware that he is actually hiding beneath your feet. The triumph of my will over your life is what I have in store for you, not victory in the sense of human terms. Not a temporary remedy, but rather a powerful weapon. The anointing that I bestow upon you is just that. The wickedness that is attempting to entangle you will be uprooted, its strongholds will be dismantled, and its methods will be left in ruins to be destroyed. Do not be afraid of the shaking that will succeed. It is the essential step that must come before constructing a new structure, a foundation that is established on unwavering confidence. In the middle of the debris, a structure with a higher purpose will emerge. It will be a demonstration of my love and your steadfast trust in my. You have been selected to receive this section. This is a source of joy for me, because you have chosen me. Take pleasure in the voyage, with all of its unexpected turns and twists, for it is a demonstration of the wonderful life that you are destined to lead. I want you to know that my hand is always upon you, directing you towards the fulfillment of your destiny. Let your heart be your compass, and let my word be your guide. Remember, dear one, that the route is not always smooth, but the destination is certain. You should walk with bravery and faith, and you should know that I will be with you every step of the journey. This is what the Father has to say to you today. Listen to this word and allow it to penetrate your heart. You have come to me in search of encouragement and solace, and I am here to provide you with both of these things, not hollow platitudes, but a reality that is based in the very core of my being. I encourage you to drink. Get a deep sip from the source that lies inside you. Your gaze has been directed outward for an excessive amount of time, looking for answers and fortitude in transient circumstances and in the assurances of other people. Always keep in mind, my child, that my strength is not dependent on the outside world, like a light that is prone to being blown over by the wind. The fire that burns eternally within you is an inferno of love and grace that is a blaze that comes from within. You are in possession of all the resources that you are looking for, including healing, restoration, change, and breakthrough. They are all ready to be accessed. The illusion of external solutions should not be allowed to deceive you. In spite of the fact that they may appear to be abundant, the rivers of this world will eventually run dry. Once again, you are left parched and wanting for anything, as their currents change and their promises become diminished. The wellspring that is within you, on the other hand, is both ever-present and continuously flowing. It is a storehouse of my own power and a manifestation of the boundless love that I have for you. Dear youngster, direct your attention inward. Be aware of the stirrings that my spirit is making within you. In the beginning, it is a soft murmur, yet deep within it is the roar of a powerful river. To this murmur, you should say, "Spring up, you have the power to command the repressed waters of your soul to flow out." inviting them to hydrate the dry soil of your life and to provide nourishment to the dormant seeds of hope and purpose that are contained within you is a bold move. Call upon this river of my spirit that has been placed deep within you by my calm hand. Do not be scared to do so. However, it is not a delicate trickle that can be readily stifled by fear or doubt. The torrent is a natural force that has the ability to create new pathways and alter the terrain in which you find yourself. Your spirit will be flooded with it, the debris of negativity and despair will be washed away, and the fruitful ground which lies beneath will be revealed. You are the owner of this river, child. It is a gift from your Father, a demonstration of the unflinching love that I have for you. You should have faith in its strength and in its capacity to transform your environment. Instead of viewing the challenges that stand in your way as impassable walls, visualize them as stones that will be carried away by the current. Experience the transformation of the dry valleys in your life into lush gardens, which are nurtured by the unending stream of my grace. Always keep in mind that your power does not come from the approval of others or the promises that others make that are only temporary. The answer can be found within me, at the source of my spirit. Today, please take a deep drink from it and allow it to flow outward, altering your life for your own good and for the glory of God. You are the vessel of transformation that I have made you to be, therefore go now and be that vessel. You have been appointed to serve at my courts, and the Father has revealed to you today that you are both a king and a priest. However, this privilege was not bestowed upon you by other people. They did not bestow this distinction upon you, and as a result, they are unable to take it away from you. Today, I am getting the king that resides within you to rise to his feet. I have placed my spirit upon you, and my spirit is pouring out from you and out through you in order to ensure that your position of spiritual administration is protected by my intervention. You will even be used on occasion to serve as a mentor to others who are in need of comprehension. In order for those who have lost their way to find their place in me, you will direct those who have lost their way and develop my paternity in those who do not have a father. At this very moment, I am bringing your life into alignment with the predetermined purpose that I brought you to this planet. The fullness of time has come to visit you at this precise moment, which is known as your Kairos moment. My living substance on the inside of you will flow together to cause my living substance to mold and shape afresh and anew what everyday living, loving, and rejoicing looks like in your heart and life. This is a watershed season in which conditions and circumstances will flow together to produce this. The Father adds, when you seek me for these things, you will see that I am granting you favor with those who you need to have favor with, and I am going to surprise you with the immediate increase and breakthrough that will happen if you continue to seek me out. This is the wonderful promise that my heart has for you for the year that is to come. Throughout the course of the period of 12 months, you are going to spend your time walking under an open heaven. You are going to have the opportunity to experience what it is like to have the fountains of the deep broken up under your feet, and when the fountains of the deep are broken up under your feet, you will realize that you are walking on the water. It is important to avoid looking at the problems, the winds, and the waves. If you keep your focus on what I am doing and saying and lean into it, you will experience an abundance of fruitfulness that is beyond your comprehension. You are seen, the one whose hands work dutifully, ever willing, and ever open, the Father says today, and it resounds inside the depths of your being, making it obvious that you are seen. Despite the fact that you may have missed out on opportunities, haven't I been holding your heart near and seeing the silent labors that you have offered with unselfish devotion? Yes, you, the unsung servant, the one who toils away in the shadows, weaving threads of compassion into the lives of others without any fanfare or hope of reward. Not even I, the most discerning observer, have failed to acknowledge the dedication that you have shown. According to the Father, the moment has come for compensation to come and grace your way. Just for a moment, try to picture a yoke that is not heavy, a burden that is as light as breathing. Allow me to provide you with a reprieve from the burden that you have been carrying with such unassuming strength. Since you have made the lives of others simpler, I will now make it easier for you to do the same. You may find yourself uttering, "I didn't think it would be that easy," as you are taken aback by the smoothness with which benefits materialize. And this is precisely the point, because I am ease, I am grace, and I am the fulfillment of your aspirations that you have been keeping buried. Have you ever questioned my unchanging presence, even when you were going through a difficult time? There is no longer any doubt. As a result of the anointing that is placed upon you, even strangers will come forward, as if they have been touched by an invisible hand. The acts of service that they perform, regardless of how insignificant they may be, will serve as evidence of a recognition that goes beyond words, a silent echo of your altruistic spirit. You are about to enter the fullness of my favor, in which case you should rejoice. You will no longer have to go alone, carrying the weight of an unanswered song. I offer you partners, people who share your soul and whose hearts beat with the same rhythm of giving, environments in which love flows freely, without conditions, and in abundance. This is your release, your reward, a celestial hug braided with strands of joy and thankfulness, and it is yours, my dear. It is important to keep in mind that even when you are not observing it, your actions have an effect on other people's life in ways that you may never be aware of. Embrace this new season, which is a demonstration of your unshakable faith and a celebration of the heart of a servant who discovered that serving others is the reward for which they were created. The world is in need of more people like you, the unseen heroes whose hands touch heaven and earth in every act of compassion. Go forward with your head held high because the world needs this. The love of the Father is pouring in your life, and you are blessed, and your blessings are ready to blossom. This is a testimonial to the fact that you are blessed. Today, the Father has spoken to me that I will be present with you. Bringing you up and out of harm and obstruction and into the elevated environment of my splendor is my role as the comforter, the helper, and the guide. I am responsible for bringing you to this place. In the conditions that you are currently facing, I am bringing heaven and earth together over you. Nothing is impossible to achieve. Your life and the world around you will be just as it is in heaven, just as it is on earth. He says, "Listen to my voice, and hear my heart for you," and I encourage you to do so. A new partnership is on its way, and it will bring you the deliverance, provisioning, healing, and blessing that you have been pleading for at this very moment. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning, my voice will be the first thing you hear before anything else. As you put your head down on the bed, I will speak softly in your ear, and I will cause you to know what is going to happen tomorrow as well as what I anticipate you to do. This is because just as I do my part, you are also responsible for doing your part when it comes to the situation. In order for me to uphold my good promise over your life, there is something that must be completed in your obedience, and it will be addressed from the throne. Therefore, continue going in the same direction and be obedient, says the Father. Refrain from giving in to the temptation of being someone who does nothing and decides that there is nothing on the agenda. The day is practically over, and there are not many people working. Nevertheless, I have called you and equipped you, and as you act in plain obedience to my voice and my call, things will change, blessing will come, and my favor will be seen in your land. I have called you and equipped you. Hearing the resounding chorus of my love reverberating through your very being is what the Father is saying to you today. You should pay great attention to this tune since it is a song of transformation, a melody that is ready to rewrite your story. Allow the lyrics of grace to wash over you, removing any doubts and removing any constraints that you may have. You are not merely a piece of clay that is being sculpted by a callous artist, rather, you are a magnificent masterpiece that is just waiting to be revealed. Don't bother with the barriers you've constructed or the confines you've accepted. At this moment, you should be filled to the brim with happiness and opportunities, just like a geyser of blessings. Every single step that you take is imbued with my presence, which propels you to heights that you could never have dreamed. Always keep in mind that my unyielding power is contained within you, serving as a rock of comfort in the midst of any storm. Embrace it, my sweet child, and know that you are never going to be alone. It is possible that the road that lies ahead will be winding and winding, buried in the mist of when and how, but I want to reassure you that the moment is now. You are not only hearing echoes when you hear the whispers of my spirit within you, rather, they are specific directions that will lead you to bountiful sustenance. Throw off the mantle of hesitancy, since this is not a journey that is taken in a passive manner. I encourage you to take bold acts of action. Move on with the unwavering self-assurance of a warrior, and let the compass of my love direct your steps. Both the sound of the wind rustling through the leaves and the way the sun is dappling the path are not random occurrences but rather divine nudges that are encouraging you to move forward. Now is the time for you to take action and seize the triumph that has been set up for you. Beloved kid, you can no longer afford to be silent. You will see my promises come to fruition with actual miracles and blessings if you speak your truth, unleash your potential, and speak your truth. Emboldened by the power of the reverberating phrase, my dear, step out. Allow yourself to be transformed by the transformation that is taking place within you, and watch as your life blossoms into a stunning masterpiece. Get out there and conquer your fears, and always keep in mind that I will be there for you every step of the way. My name declares that you are cherished, that you are chosen, and that you are unstoppable. It is time to start your journey. As of today, the Father has spoken to us, saying, I will meet you in the way, and you will be changed for all eternity. Jacob's transformation from a heel-grabbing trickster to a prince among men occurred at the time when he traveled to confront his brother Esau. This encounter was the catalyst for Jacob's transformation. You must not allow the current difficulties of life to divert your attention. Your Father wants you to be aware of the fact that I will visit you along the path, and that you will undergo a transformation. From the very depths of your being, I will transform you in such a way that even your most vehement foes will want peace with you. I will save you from yourself, says the Father, and I will imprint the picture of my character and my spirit upon you. You will see everything for yourself. It is going to be said about you that which was said about the disciples in the past. They took knowledge of them, that they had been with Jesus. The odor of Christ will replace the odor of the flesh, which you sometimes even detested yourself for emitting. According to the Father, I have discovered a sweet-smelling savor of faithfulness and passion for my face, my throne, and my kingdom in your heart. Your life and your character will become an incense of praise that even the angels will defer to. This is because I have found in your heart a sweet-smelling savor of fidelity and passion.